Hello, hello, hello. This is Anthony, and I'm excited today for one reason. Today is my birthday. And I'm abroad, I'm away from home. Don't have a family the bigger part of my family with me right here, but I'm celebrating. I'm happy with myself. Some people are doing other things elsewhere. Talking of abroad, this is the Abroad Experience podcast, where we hear stories and experiences and ideas from different parts who have had the abroad experience or are having an abroad experience. And today we have a very special guest that is going to be with us in this episode. Her name is Tanya Rose. Let's get to hear about her story. Welcome to the show, Tanya.
Thank you, Anthony. Thank you. Thank you for having me, especially on your birthday. Happy birthday to you. I'm so
It's
honored.
an honor. Thank you very much. I'm honored to have you on my birthday and doing this episode.
We'll get you some confetti.
Thank you, Tanya. Where are you?
I'm in Athens, Greece,
I'm in
in
Athens, Greece.
Alimos. Yeah, we're nearby. Well, I'm in my office at home
Okay.
in Alimos, about 12 minutes from the beach.
Mm, I
Mm.
envy you because if I have to go to the beach, it takes me about half an hour. I'm on the northern part of Athens, and
Hmm.
yeah.
You know
Hmm.
what, Anthony? I think that's
Yes.
what they call a champagne problem, right? At least you have the beach nearby. 30 minutes is not so bad.
Okay, so thank you once again for being here. I know we are going to have a great time, and anyone who is listening to this, to you, thank you very much for being here, and we appreciate your time. If you have a question, please ask. If you have a comment during the show, I would appreciate to read your comment, and we will share it here if we see it. And please remember to share this with your friends and relatives, and let's have an abroad experience. Talking of abroad experience, I come from Kenya. I am in Athens, Greece. Tanya comes from
Zimbabwe.
and is in Athens, Greece. And we are
Yeah, I
having
went I went via London though.
via London, and we are having an abroad experience. I'm curious to know from Tanya, how was it? You were born in Zimbabwe.
Yes.
How was it in your younger years? I mean, how was it?
Oh, that's a big question. How was it in what way, Anthony?
um like growing up as a young child, do you have dreams? Did you have, like, people have challenges, they like to talk about them, and some other people tell me I don't like talking about my challenges for a reason or the other. So uh, let's have a picture of you growing up in your country.
Well, a picture of me, just imagine trouble with ice cream in her hand all the time, and
Mm,
that's me. But growing up, I think I was lucky because I had a lot of love from my parents, and I wasn't a spoiled child necessarily, but my dad found it very difficult to say no to me. And I'm the type of person who likes to try and experiment a lot of things. So essentially growing up was full of, Dad, I wanna try netball. Dad, I wanna go in an aeroplane. Dad, I wanna go to the village and try this. I wanna go to the city and do that. I was very, very curious and experimental, and I just wanted to find the next exciting thing and just expand on, okay, what is out there for me to enjoy. What I do
mm-hmm,
love the most about growing up, though, is that through all of that, I grew up very close with my cousins. So my dad has six siblings. There were seven, and they had children around the same time. So I had a big bunch of cousins. And so weekends often looked like, let's get the cousins together. Let's let this parent babysit the children and take them to this activity so they can climb the roof or climb this tree, or nothing expensive necessarily, but just what it's like to be kids, especially back in the days, a curious
mm-hmm,
experimental kid. And most of them were boys. So just imagine me being curious, surrounded by my male cousins, and trying to climb everything I can while also fighting with them.
I can picture that. I can picture that. It's just some kind of the same experiences that we went through as we were growing up, and I find that maybe it's uh, a different experience when you come abroad, and the different parts that you've been abroad. You've been in London, you've been in Greece now for some time. What's your perspective on young children growing up in these countries? Is there a similarity? Is there some things that are lacking in their lifestyles?
Oh, you're asking all the big questions. I like it. Good question. I would probably say, okay, so I'm a millennial and I'm very much like, they don't grow up like we did. We
Yeah.
never had phones. We used to play with rocks and sticks and climb trees and never
Hmm.
had time to be bored, you know. So I'm very much about that mindset. However, I will say, coming to Greece in comparison to England, I think Greece is more similar to Zimbabwe in terms of how I grew up. Not exactly the same, but the outdoor lifestyle, the hang out with your cousins and community and big friends, and your mother's auntie is going to take you with your mother's sister is going to take you with all of the kids, and you all are just going to play with your hands. You might have one or two children who play on a tablet here, which you parent how you want to, but I think it's important for children to have um, time outside to learn life skills and how to work with people, to play with people. So you might have one or two on the tablets, but in Greece in general, I feel like it's similar to how we grew up.
Mm.
However, in England, probably because of the climate, to be honest, probably because it's quite cold,
Hmm.
from what I've seen, it's not necessarily the same unless the parents are strict about, I want my child to grow up how I grew up. Usually it's, give them a tablet, put them in front of the TV, buy them the next toy, do like keep them entertained just away from me. But that's
Hmm.
my experience from what I've seen. And I'm not saying everybody's like that. I know most of my friends are not like that because they grew up how I grew up, but that's part of the reason why I like Greece because it feels like home. What do you think?
Yeah, I think about the similarities of Greece, my country. I mean, I am also a millennial, so I try to picture myself and picture the kids. I mean, see the kids that are playing and the the toys that you talk about, the rocks and the cars that we made out of tins, and I'm like, oh, they are not having a life. they are
Oh, really?
they're not having a life. They've not experienced life as we used to experience, and then they are not as creative as we were creative when we were trying to make a life on our own when we were young. But all the same, it's different time zones and different experiences.
Hmm.
They will tell a different story to us and to the kids that come after them. It will be different. It's life. At what point did you decide that I'm leaving Zimbabwe, I'm going to another country? And was London where you had focused to go? Or is it by chance that you found yourself there?
So, England was by force, Greece was by choice.
Yeah.
I moved to England to go and live with my mother. So my mother had moved and she was working there. And I was getting close to university age. And my father was not very well. Unfortunately, he passed away a week after I moved to England. Thank you. So it was easier financially, opportunities wise to be in England because at least in England you get more access to free education, especially university, higher education specifically. And so I moved when I was 15, and then I never liked it. I missed my friends a lot. Those are influential years. Those are the years where you're just about to be independent. You're just
Hmm.
about to get a driving license. You're almost allowed to have a boyfriend openly. So many things were about to open. Next thing you know, I'm in a new country. I need to figure out a new culture. And my experience was not very welcoming in England. I didn't feel it. I had one or two friends, which I'm still very close with now, thankfully. But I didn't feel, I don't know, I didn't feel like I belonged for many reasons. One, there was bullying, which we can go into if you want to, but we don't necessarily have to.
Mm-hmm.
Two, it was a different culture, very different culture. Even though we're colonized by the Brits, the culture was still pretty different. Three, I
Mm-hmm.
just lost my father a week after I moved, so there were a lot of things going on while I was trying to figure out this new country. And because I didn't like it and I didn't feel welcomed and I didn't feel comfortable and safe, plus the weather, my goodness, if you haven't heard, English weather is horrible. If you have heard, English weather is horrible. um, so, because of all those facts, I was like, I need to get out of here. This doesn't feel good. It doesn't support the kind of lifestyle that I want to live. It doesn't support the lifestyle that I had. And I've always wanted to leave the UK, but it took me 20 years, partly because, I was studying, but bigger part also was leaving friends and family is never easy.
Mm-hmm.
And my plan was to go to Colombia, but COVID happened. So I stayed in England for longer. And then I ended up in Greece by accident. And I was like, wait a minute, this feels like home, but it's got the sea and it's Europe. What? And 2 months turned into 6 years, and I'm still here.
Oh, and I guess you're here to stay.
Yeah.
The weather comes up fast for many people coming from England. Even people who are staying in England, and they're always like, I mean, coming here for holiday, and they're like, "You're living in paradise. I want to move here." So it was surprising to hear you put some other first and second before the weather and the climate.
Yes. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but this Greece is a wonderful place. Greece is a wonderful place, especially weather-wise, the
Mm.
seasons. Although I don't like it when it's cold. I mean, because there's this misconception that I have seen in many people who have not been to where I come from. I happen to come from the equator, whether the weather is standard almost the whole year round. It never shoots up, it never goes down. And they're like, "You're coming from Africa? Ah, that must be very hot there. It's very hot." No, no, I tell them, no, I've never experienced such hot weather. I've never experienced such cold weather. So it's a challenge for me. Um,
Hmm.
and I'm thinking, you mentioned that your dream had been to go to Colombia. Why Colombia?
Because I went to visit a friend, and at the same time, I was doing a productivity boot camp. So, learning how to be more productive and to be a better leader within my role. And the people I was learning from lived in Colombia. It's a company called Lifehack Method, and they had designed what looked like a freedom lifestyle for me, something that I didn't believe was possible, where you could live anywhere and still earn a decent wage and build your ideal life. To be honest, they were very similar. They are very similar to how people back home think in terms of how they want to live and how they want to raise their kids. So it was attractive to me. I'm like, oh, I can learn from you and I can live in the same place as you for now. So, and my friend was there too. And I was like, let me move over there because the weather is better and I know someone. So at least I'm not starting alone. And so that's why I wanted to go to Colombia.
It seems like you've had quite a number of experiences abroad. Have you been to another country, or is it just London, Greece, and then Colombia? Which other countries have you been to?
Uh, in terms of living, it's Colombia. I lived in Colombia for 3 months.
Okay.
So I've done Zimbabwe, London, Greece, Colombia. for living. And
Okay.
for traveling, oh, I've traveled to a lot of countries. I would need to check on my app and see how many countries. So when I was in England, because I wasn't necessarily so happy there, and neither were my friends, we used to use a website called Groupon. I don't know if you have that here or something similar, but Groupon, it's like what do you call it? It's like a voucher website, I suppose. It
Mm-hmm.
gives you deals, different deals, a deals website. So they had this deal where you would pay £100, which is about 120 euros, I think, roughly. Don't quote me,
Mm-hmm.
and you go to a mystery destination for the weekend. So you don't know where you're going until closer to the time. So my friends and I would be like, oh, 120 euros for a weekend? Yes, of course I'm in. Because we used to work a lot, we used to work a lot. So we'd think Monday to Friday, we're working, Friday to Sunday, we are in some country. So I've done quite a few. I've done Italy, I've done Spain, I've done Germany more than once because we like the Christmas markets. Um, yeah, quite a few places. I can't think of them right now, but I can find them for you.
Yeah, and you're blessed. We say you're blessed. There are people who have been dreaming for years and years to go somewhere out of their country, and thinking of the country where we come from. I mean, Africa as a whole. There are millions and millions of people who have dreamt of going abroad all their life. And not only that, I've
Mhm.
come here in Europe and other countries that I've visited, and people are like, "You come from Africa? I want to come there. I want to visit. I want to go on a safari."
Yeah, because the whole of Africa is a safari. Yeah.
So they think. Also, they think. And Africa is a country.
Yeah, yes, yes. I want to go to Africa. Where? Just Africa. Okay.
Africa. Anyway, that's a story for another day. Um, you talk about productivity. I think I've seen you. I mean, let me go back to the first time that we met. I met you in Athens Nomad Festival,
Yeah.
and you had a talk that it was last year. That's the first time that I met you, and I was like, "Whoa, this lady knows what she's doing, and she's doing it right."
Oh,
Tell
thank
us,
you.
tell us what are those? What's it is? What is it that you're doing with the people? How you're helping them?
Thank you, Anthony. I wanted to say before I answer that as well that I love watching your journey, by the way, when you're talking about traveling to different countries and having different experiences. I'm very inspired to see that you're actually getting to do impactful work abroad, which is something that's close to my heart. So that's very, very inspiring for me. And I wanted to just make sure it doesn't go unsaid.
Thank you. I
Of
appreciate
course.
it. Yeah.
So the company I was talking about that I wanted to the people that I wanted to live near in Colombia, who did who I did a boot camp with, is the company who I learned productivity from and who I do productivity coaching for within their company. That's where it started. So part of what I do is the productivity coaching, right? It's like, okay, where do you want to go? Let's get you there with some systems. Another part of what I do, which is where I qualified in coaching, is actually the self leadership piece of, okay, who am I and how do I function? And then based on that, I take those productivity tools and help you get to where you want to go based on based on how you function. So it's like, okay, I've got a goal. These are my limitations. These are my strengths, but I don't know how to use them in order to achieve that goal. Or should I say, and when I get to that goal, I'm not happy. It doesn't love me back. I call it success that loves you back. It
Yeah.
doesn't love me back. It doesn't feel good. I'm not happy here. I don't deserve this. I'm not worthy. A lot of things come up, especially people like you and I, who maybe it's different for you and I would love to hear your perspective. People like you and I who have moved from the country called Africa and set ourselves up here. It's sometimes I pinch myself. I'm like, wait, I can walk to the beach in less than 15 minutes. Wait, what? 2 days ago I was watching the meteor shower from the beach with sushi with my friends, and I'm like, wait, this is my life. So sometimes I there's the worthiness piece. I don't feel worthy of that, and so I work on a framework that includes permission to enjoy the life once you get there. So it's the whole cycle. It's like, okay, who is Anthony? How does Anthony function? What does Anthony want? Where can he give himself permission if needed in order to function like himself to then get the success? And then how do we make that success love him back? And then it just goes back and it just goes back. That's essentially what I do. I do it one on one. I speak on different elements of the framework for different events. So, Athens Nomad Fest, which you mentioned, where you saw me, it was productivity specifically. So, it was okay, if you want to go here, these are the tools that you can use to get you there.
Mm, beautiful. Yeah, you're talking about pinching yourself as we are talking. Uh, it's a blessing when you find yourself enjoying some of the luxuries that many people could be looking for. Uh,
Mm,
but still, there comes a point when you say, I should be doing more. I think I need to have achieved much more than others. So you'd still look back and say, I think I'm not as productive as I ought to be. So your coaching is important to people who are out there at whatever point of life you are at. There's still room for improvement. There's still room for to self inspect and then self
yeah.
master yourself. And to do it well, you need a coach. So why not talk to Tanya to help you?
Yes. It would be my honor. And I agree with you. I think everybody needs some kind of support or a coach. Even I go through coaching as well.
Mm-hmm.
Some of the things that I teach when I'm speaking or I coach and mentor people through, it's because I'm mentored through it with my coach.
Mm,
You know.
yeah.
What
So
about you? Any support?
yeah, support is always. I mean, talking of coaches, talking of mentors, talking of people who are ahead of you and you want to walk in their footsteps, you need to have them. And they could be different in every area of your life.
Mm,
Like there is someone succeeding in one area but is failing in other areas. They don't have to be your coach in that other area that they're not good at. So you look at the people who are ahead of you and they're doing good in that area, and that becomes, you can choose them to be your coach, direct coach. You can choose them
yeah.
to be your mentor in you following whatever it is that they are doing, lessons, courses, and things that they are doing. Yeah, I do
Yes.
have different coaches, different mentors.
Yeah.
Because in life, you need people guiding you along the way. They've been there, done that. They can guide you on what to do and what not to in order to be where you need to be.
Agreed. Yeah.
Yeah. So you're doing a beautiful work, and we need to appreciate you for what you're doing. Thank you.
Thank you, Anthony. I'm trying. I'm trying to change the world one person at a time. My biggest goal, which often does sound a bit cheesy and get some eye rolls, I just want people to be happy. That's the truth. I just want to spread happiness and enjoyment because we have one life and people have different perspectives as to why we are on this big old ball called Earth.
Hmm.
But we're here and we're here in this form once. So, based on what you believe, go for what you believe, go for your purpose, fulfill your mission, but also do it in the best way possible. Do it at a level of excellence and enjoyment. That's truthfully what I believe. So this is why my company is called Live Your Best Happy, because it's like, hey, what's your best version of happiness? Not that it's a state that lasts forever. It goes up and down, and we're humans, we go through emotions. But what is your best version of that?
Hmm. That's good. Good. And by the way, I like what you share on a weekly basis, and then for people who have no one to follow and get encouragement and being reminded to be happy, follow Tanya Rose. Look for Tanya Rose on Facebook and other platforms. You're doing a good job. Keep doing what you do.
Thank
Uh,
you.
yeah,
Thank you. It's Tanya Rose Coach, by the way, on all
Ta-
platforms.
Tanya Rose Coach. on
Yeah.
all platforms.
YouTube coming back this season.
Yeah, let's keep going. Let's keep going. I'm curious. In Athens, I haven't come across many Zimbabweans. I think I have met with just two for the time that
Mm.
I've been here, and it's a long time. Do you have a community? Just wondering.
Not as strongly as I would like,
Yeah.
partly because of my own fault, of course. I live a bit further out, but there is a small Zimbabwean community. Well, a good-sized Zimbabwean community, and I've been to a few events, so they'll go, we have the bazaars here, and so there's usually a Zimbabwe stand representative. I've worked with them or volunteered with them a few times as well, with the food. I don't cook the food, but I do help with serving the food. Um, there was a little community that started, but it didn't blow up, unfortunately. Like, there were monthly meetings. You'd come in, you'd bring food, you'd socialize, but that one didn't carry on for too much longer. So when that stopped, by that time I'd had two people, to be exact, that I made connections with, and we stayed in touch. And we still contact each other quite a bit and try to meet when we can. Unfortunately, one of them has moved back to Zimbabwe. The other one I still talk to. And I went to an event here, well, in the south, further south in Gifada. I went to an event on Galentine's, it was called, last year, and I found out that the owner of the venue was Zimbabwean.
Hmm.
And so we've been friends too. So I've got two Zimbabwean friends specifically, I would say. There is a community, but I'm not actively in it.
So, how do you cover that gap, or is not a gap for you? Because there are
Oh,
many.
yeah. Okay.
How do you cover it?
It's a gap. Well, sometimes I'll speak to my friend here for 2 hours on the phone. We'll meet for coffee for like 6 hours, get it out. And to be honest, I travel home. I try to travel home every year, home Zimbabwe and England as well. And I have so many video calls with my friends and
Hmm.
family. So many, to the point where now what we're doing, which actually I really love and it helps with the connection piece, is we cook the same recipe. So we'll go on video and we'll be cooking the same thing and talking at the same time. So it feels like we're cooking together and we're just having a chat.
Yeah, that's good. Because there are many people who come out of where they are born and or where they've lived most of their life, and when they are in a new environment, they're like, I can't survive this. I can't just. So we need close people by our side to help us keep on going, and it's good that you have them. You have them either in person or on video, and
Yeah.
lives becomes a bit simpler, I guess.
Yes, yes, and I am grateful. I mean, I miss my friends a lot. I still do miss my friends a lot. I wish I could see them more often, but I make the most with what I have. And I know, there might be the question in your mind of, okay, if there's a Zimbabwean community, why don't you make more effort to immerse yourself into that community? And I think at the stage of life, well, where I'm at right now, my mindset and how much I'm working and stage of life, I don't always have energy to make new friends. That sounds bad to say, I know, and I understand, but it's just there's so many moving parts in my business building that by the time I'm done, I just want to switch off, and it's easier to switch off with people than to make the effort to know new people. That's gonna sound, I know how it sounds, but I just think, okay, you know what, I have two, they're solid, we'll keep those two solid, and then I'll just call my mom, or I'll just call a friend that I already have and catch up with those for the time being. And sometimes I get lucky, I go to an event and I meet someone and I like them and we get along. But it takes a lot of energy, is what I'm saying. It takes a lot of effort to build new connections, don't you think?
It does. It's just like everything else. It's a decision that you make, and then you commit to that decision. And just like Tanya Rose, coach, has a program for making content. There are things that you say, I'm gonna put this time to make some friends or be with my community and engage, grow each other, just have a touch of where I come from. It takes time. It's a
Yeah.
sacrifice because
Hmm.
with the work that we do and the businesses that we have, it takes some time, some energy. So
Yeah.
I
So
agree with
one or two is enough.
you. True is no.
You know, I mean, I think
If more, then you've got to be still very choosy, I guess, because it's not just everybody else that you connect to, and I know how it feels.
yeah, that's true. And I do have to say, when things calm down, of course, I'm going to have more time to go out there. And in the meantime, I also have non-Zimbabwean friends who are close by in the neighborhood who we meet for a walk. So I do have a support system, just not as hugely Zimbabwean as it could be.
Okay, I get it. Tell us about your best experience abroad.
Best. Oh, I wish I had this question in advance. Oh, that's a hard one. I mean, I could say living in Athens in general because it feels like home and I'm so happy. But what's visually coming to mind was when I was paragliding in Colombia. That was insane. So this was my first month that I was living there. It was my first time realizing that, wait a minute, I can live from wherever I want, and I'm in Colombia, and I'm getting introduced to new people and new things, and it's like, hey, do you want to go paragliding? I'm like, I don't know what that is, but sure, let's go check it out. Next thing you know, I'm strapped to a man and we're flying and just seeing the view of where we were. It was insane, Anthony. The view opened my eyes to, I mean, yes, of course, when we fly in an airplane, you can look down and see how small the world is, how big the world actually is, and how small everybody and everything is. But from the parachute, I think it's called, when we're paragliding, it's like everything is in HD, and it's like, wait, what? This my heart is pumping. People are doing this for fun, and the world is actually that big with my tiny little problems that I'm stressing about as if they're so huge. It sort of put life into perspective for me, and just was part of the reason why I was like, actually, I don't need to escape from my life. I need to design a life that I can have fun in, that I can play in. I just spent an hour flying over wherever in Colombia, just free. Next thing you know, I go back to work. So I think that's probably a highlight of mine in terms of experiences, because it was new. It was the first time I'd ever done anything like that. Little girl from Africa, suddenly in Colombia with Americans doing this.
Wow. Now that you talk about it, which is something that has been in my mind, and I had an idea of doing it this year, that stamps the idea. Anthony, you need to do paragliding this year.
100%. I cannot recommend it. I cannot recommend it enough. Now, don't forget, I am the child who is an adrenaline junkie who likes to experiment and explore and try everything new, to my
Yeah,
dad's stress. However, it is great. It wakes up a different part of you.
I need to do it. And to tell you that it's really something I've been thinking about. In October, I am supposed to be emceeing an event in Turkey, close to where they do it. And I was like, because I did the event last year, but I was just watching them pass by. Then I said, if I'm going this year, I'm gonna make it a point that I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it.
Yes. You've got to send me a picture. I'll send you my
Yeah.
video for inspiration if you want.
Okay, please do.
I
Uh,
mean, Anthony, you've done Sorry, can I ask a question?
Yeah, yeah. Go ahead. Go ahead.
I mean, from what I see, I think you are also experimenting quite a few things in life, right? Like exploring new things. Didn't you do, was it skiing or snowboarding
It's
with Linda?
skiing. I went to MC an event in Switzerland in December, and then because it's a winter time and everybody is skiing, and I'm there, and I'm like, Anthony, would you want to go skiing with us? And I'm like, oh, well, skiing? I've never skied. And I'm like, yes, I want to go. And then it was quite a wonderful. Oh, it was a wonderful thing. I was taught like few hours. I was taught the baby steps. You don't want to see the baby step videos. And then before the end of the day, I was okay on the first level. In the second day, we were two students who were being taught in the first day. And on the second day, my coach told me, now you're ready to go to the second level. And I'm like, oh, but my friend is still here. And the coach had some commitments. So I was actually the coach to my fellow student on the second day.
Really? So that means you were really good.
Yeah, and really good. Yeah, I hope. I wish.
That's amazing. But see, isn't that, go on, sorry.
Isn't?
I was going to say, isn't that cool though that
Yeah, it's cool.
you
It's
can
cool. You should
work?
try it. If you haven't done it also, you should. You should.
It's on my list now that I know that people ski in Greece as well. You know, it's
Yeah,
on
they
my
do
list.
ski. And that's what I discovered after coming back. And people are telling me, "Hey, why you in? Is it Parinta?"
Yeah,
Uh,
Panithia.
yeah. And I said, "No, I was in Switzerland." Oh, there is skiing in Parinta. And then I like, because we are talking about influencing other people, inspiring other people. I love the fact that I inspired, as much as I know, I inspired some people to make a tour to go to Parintha after I came back.
Yes, bravo. Yes.
So we do things, we inspire other people, we achieve. Uh, this is life. It's influence with the people that you connect to, the things they are doing, the things you're doing. You influence one another, you teach one another, you coach one another to improve on a day-to-day basis on your lifestyle, on the things that you do, your family, your neighborhood, whatever. And so it's good to try new things and let the people see you try new things because you inspire them.
Yeah, because
So
then you live life and you don't die. You know
yeah,
what I mean?
yeah,
I like that so much. I think it's something that I really double tap on. It's like, okay, even if you are working so hard, because you were there for work, right? Or for a job where you were emceeing, it's like you can work and play. You know,
yes,
there are opportunities to play and explore. And if you're expanding yourself in your portfolio work wise, why not expand yourself in your portfolio enjoyment wise too? I call it strategic playfulness.
exactly, exactly. So work and play at the same time. Work hard, play hard. That's what they say.
Yeah, yeah. I
Work
mean,
hard,
yeah,
play
yeah.
hard. Yeah, well, I'm gonna do that. So yeah, I think, oh, there's so much that we can talk about, and I love that. What else was I now talking about working hard, playing hard, and you talking about living a life that you have the freedom to go where you want to go, from where you want to work. Tell us about that, and what would you tell someone who's been dreaming of that? Someone who's been chained to a 9 to 5 on a day-to-day basis, and is dreaming of changing a life and experiencing life abroad.
Hire me as your coach.
That's a good one. Hey, click on the link, click on the description, go to the link and hire Tanya as your coach.
TanyaRose.liveYourBestHappy.com.
Yeah, that's
Um,
wonderful. That's a good one.
that went well, didn't it? I didn't plan it. It just happened.
Yeah.
Um, I would probably say, to be honest, I think the most important thing is to see other people who do it, get to know other people who do it. immerse yourself as much as possible in their world. And yes, there's YouTube and online videos and all of that. But if you can meet even just one friend or one person who does the thing and get to know them, get to know a little bit about who they are, how they think, their experiences, ask your specific questions, because that's what I did when I went to Colombia. I asked questions in relation to what matters to me, because everybody cares about different things, right? If you watch it online, it looks good and it looks glamorous all the time. First of all, it's not always glamorous. Second of all, social media is a highlight reel. I cannot stress that enough. We do not see the whole picture. So, if you can make friends or contacts or connections and network with people who are doing the thing you want to do, that's going to help you so much, because then you will actually get an insight, get to see inside into their world, into how they think, into how they plan their days, into what they prioritize, into what sacrifices they make. And then you can make an informed decision, because honestly, some people will see it and think, actually, no, 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 no. That's not for me. I've changed my mind. I want my 9 to 5. Take me to the office every day. So that would be the biggest thing. Yes, look on social media so you know what is possible, but then really get to know someone, find a friend, a coach, a mentor, a network where you meet people in person who are doing it. Things like local festivals or events or Facebook groups for people who do travel, digital nomads, just so you can see what kind of a person does that and how they live, and then make the decision based on that. I think that's one of the most important things, because honestly, for me, I think it was a trap that worked out well. I, you know, I always wanted to leave England. So there was something in me that was like, I got to get out, I got to get out. And then I went to Colombia, and the first I saw was just the glamorous side of traveling. And oh my gosh. And these were people who were earning like possibly 4 or 5 times my salary at that time, right? Which is quite a big jump, not impossible, but in my head, I'm like, wait a minute, this is, I can do this. This is so cool, right? Next thing you know, I quit my job. And let me tell you, it took me a couple of years to even get close to that. It wasn't as easy as I thought. And that's because I didn't get to know the people. I saw it and I was like, oh, this is glamorous and I want this. So cool. Not talking about my coaches, but just some of the people that I was staying with, or that I met. Essentially, I met the glamorous side of it. I met the social
Mhm.
media side of it, and I didn't take the time to ask the right questions. So then I come back home with this fantasy of, oh, Colombia, big house, this and this kind of lifestyle, and have a cleaner and da 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 da, like I did back home or whatever. But the costs were not costs that I could even afford. When I finally decided to jump in, thankfully I ended up in Greece, which was close enough to the UK. So I actually went back to the UK for a year. I got a 9 to 5. I saved more money. I prepared my mindset for what kind of lifestyle I was going to live, and then I did it. But by then, I had now knew what questions to ask. So after the first time when I made my mistake, I knew what questions to ask, got into the right circles, understood what the lifestyle meant, crunched my numbers, got my systems in place to review and check in with, okay, what's the lifestyle I want to live? What's the lifestyle I do live? What's the bridge to get there? And am I happy to do that? So yeah, just make sure you, essentially, in summary, make sure you meet people who are doing it and ask them the questions that matter to you, and ask them the hard questions as well.
That's a masterclass.
You're welcome.
They should pay. Hey, you should pay. If you're
You
watching this, you should pay Tanya Rose, coach, or actually get her to coach you. And those are very important points that you've put out there. And yeah, I'll plug in my idea there. Please, there's a festival coming in Athens in September. the Athens Digital Nomad Festival. You better sign to it. And if you want a discount, hey, can you put the code abroad? When you're buying the ticket, put the code abroad, you get a 20% discount. And if you will not be going to the festival, you can join one of the founders of the festival. He's coaching people how to come from a 9 to 5 into being a digital nomad.
Mm.
I'm going to leave a link there. You can join that community. It's an online community. He hold weekly calls, Zoom calls. He can coach you on every other part. Hey, leave the coaching side of it out of this. Go to the Tanya Rose coach and get the coaching. But if you want to join a community, join that community. Wow, wonderful, wonderful, wonderful.
Nice. I
Uh,
want to plug Anthony while you're talking about Athens Nomad Fest, which I think is a great experience for anyone who is in Athens or able to come to Athens and attend it. If for whatever reason you're having resistance or thinking, oh, I can't afford this ticket or whatever, first of all, use Anthony's discount. And second of all, consider just attending a workshop. You don't have to attend the whole event, but just get yourself in the space at your price point. Whatever it is you can afford, there are different options. just get just get in the circle and meet one or two people and start the conversation.
yeah, that's good. Yeah, they should do that. I'm sure we're gonna people have meet with people who say, "Hey, I watched your episode and I came to the festival because I'm gonna be there myself." Or you come to the group, online group, community, and I'll be there, and I'll say, "Okay, welcome."
Yes, I mean, you're going to be emceeing it, right? It's sad that I have to miss it this time. I wanted to put in a speaking application, but unfortunately, I have to go to the UK, so I won't be around, sadly. But I get
Yeah,
to see my family
yeah,
happily.
that's good. Yeah, yeah. You'll be back if you'll be back the following month. There will be the Turkey Nomad Festival. I'll also be the MC there. There's also
That's
there's also a
hmm.
20% discount from
Okay,
Anthony.
noted, noted. You know what I heard, Anthony, which is it Anthony or Anthony?
Either of them, and
Either.
Duan, Antonio. They call me a
Anthony.
thousand ways.
What do your parents call you?
Moirore.
Muiruri. Okay, Muiruri. Muiruri. Okay, well,
Moirore. Yeah.
um, so speaking of, learning new things and the joys of living abroad and all that jazz, um, I heard that going to Greek islands in October is very good because it's sometimes still warm enough to swim
Mm-hmm.
and things are open, but it's quiet from tourists. So I'm actually probably going to spend my first whole month on a Greek island in October, and I'm very excited about it.
That would be good.
Yeah.
Share in the timeline. Let the people be inspired also when it comes to that.
Yes.
When it comes to that.
Very excited. So that's my way of saying, unfortunately, I probably won't be
Unfortunately.
able to join Turkey
No
Nomad
problem.
Fest.
No problem. No problem. You mentioned something there, and maybe you can prepare someone who is dreaming of, yeah, living that life. I'm calling it living by design because that's how I had titled our episode, and I think it fits because you've just taught us about living by design. So is the
Yeah.
choice that you make. But you also said you met with things that you weren't prepared for. Uh, Maybe because I asked you about the best experience abroad, maybe you could share with us a bad or the worst, or maybe something that people who are dreaming of that life could not be expecting.
Mm, I mean, I've had a bad experience with the landlord in Greece lately, where I had issues around the house, and suddenly the communication has changed. That's probably my worst experience, but I don't know. Bad experiences abroad. I think what causes part of what could cause a bad experience abroad is not understanding the culture and not being very patient. Unfortunately, or fortunately for me, I am advanced patient. I'm severely patient with people.
Mm-hmm.
So I've been through a lot, but to me, I'm just like, oh, it's just people being people. So I wouldn't say I necessarily have a bad or worst experience. I mean, bureaucracy in Greece is quite bad. You have to be patient with the paperwork. When you go to immigration offices, they don't talk to you or they talk to you like you've done something wrong. So I guess just be prepared for what a different culture might be like in comparison to what you're used to. I don't know. I'm sure it's very different from person to person, from country to country. I would just say, so I guess on the good experience, my advice was be open to trying out new things, right? Say yes more, as Rhonda Byrne says in her book. On the flip side, it's just be patient for a new world that you don't know what you're gonna get.
Mm, yeah, it's people being people. I love that. Just got to know how to live with people, because you're gonna meet with all kinds of people, different backgrounds, different, I mean, upbringing. Then you're in a
Mm.
different culture. You've got to know their culture. Maybe not adapt to it if it's not fitting for you, but know how to be. Is it lenient? No, or maybe I don't know. Just
Understanding,
understanding.
compassionate, or
Yeah,
know that it's not about you. Like, separate yourself from the thing emotionally,
yeah.
detach emotionally, and have a local friend. Have someone who's actually from that country.
Okay, that's a good one also, because there are people who just say those are those people. Let them there, let be there. Let us be here. But it's good also to bond with people so that you get to understand even the environment in an easier way than just looking from the top.
Yeah, and also people welcome you differently.
Sure, sure.
Mm.
Talking of welcoming you differently, people also say bye differently. We are saying bye.
I see
Yes.
why they hire you.
Maybe that's why they heard me. Yeah, they welcome you differently, but they also say bye differently. We are almost coming to the end of this episode, and we thank each and every one of you who is watching. Yes, I know you're watching. If you haven't subscribed to our channel, please do share this episode. Leave us a comment. Say what it is that you would like to see in future episodes, or what it is that you didn't want in this one. We also take that one, because we are people, and people are being people, and
Mm-hmm.
we could do things that are not. But anyway, we appreciate. Parting shot. I always love asking people, leave us with something, please, Tanya, that we should never forget.
Permission unlocks performance. Give yourself permission to want the thing, to do the thing, to be yourself, whatever it is. Permission will unlock the performance, and then performance will give you success that loves you back. Basically, allow yourself.
Yeah, thank you. And basically, and love yourself.
Thank you so much, Anthony. It's been a good conversation, and as you say, we definitely I think have a lot that we can talk about, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, sure. I think we haven't exhausted. There are points that you mentioned before. I still remember them, that you say could talk them about them in the. Yeah, but that could be in the future episode.
You're welcome. I'll be back.
Yeah, I'll be back, like Arnold says. We'll be back. Thank you, Tanya.
Thank you,
And thank
Anthony. Have a
you.
good day. Oh, have a good
Thank you.
birthday.
Oh, yeah. We start with happy birthday and we end with happy birthday. Thank you very much, Tanya. Highly appreciated.
Welcome.
That's about it for today. This has been the Abroad Experience podcast. I have been your host, Anthony Morore. Our wonderful guest today was Tanya Rose, coach. And we appreciate you coming. Until next time, it's bye for now. keep on having a wonderful abroad experience.